Today I want to go through my top 10 favorites to win the Heisman Trophy, and all that's coming up after the bumper.
Don't be cornering me. Hold up. Time. You gotta help me with that corner
What's up, kid folk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button because I upload a video every single day. It's always college football related, sports related. We have a good time. Today, I want to go through my top 10 favorites to win the Heisman Trophy. I dropped a video about my top 10 sleepers, for which there's some crossover there, and I'll explain. But one of the things that I really like about doing the list is it gives you an opportunity to make or have a discussion about the guys on a list or the teams on a list. I also hate it when people put out lists without giving any reasoning. And then if they do give some reasoning, their reasoning sucks. And I'm not here for that, right? Like, if we're going to talk about it and we're going to tell jokes, let's tell jokes. But let's also give ourselves these facts to base an argument on, right? Like, that's my thing. Many of you know by now, like, debate. Yeah, I was debate dude in school, speech dude in school. Really love writing. Really love writing persuasive essays. I write for a living. I wrote about this at foxsports.com. There's a link in the description below. So I'm going to go at number 10, work my way up with my top 10 favorites to win the Heisman Trophy in 2021. Number 10, Kyron Williams, right? Plus 8,000 according to Fox Bet. He is going to be the workhorse for Notre Dame and Brian Kelly. They're going to have a new starting quarterback. Could be Drew Pine. We'll see if Jack Cohen gets eligible. Could be him. They lose a bunch on the outside, and they're going to be dependent on Marcus Freeman, Kyle Hamilton, and that defense to do a lot of work for them. I think he's going to get at least 200 carries. He got 211, I believe, last year. He could get close to 300 if he's actually the dude that is carrying the offense, and he has the frame to do it, the speed to do it. I really enjoyed watching him play last year. At number 9, I got Isaiah Spiller at Texas A&M. Similar to Kyron Williams there, he's going to be the workhorse back. He got more carries last year than he did the year before by about 16. Went over 1,000 yards rushing for the first time in his career. Freshman year, he went for 946. He's a great back. I think with a new starting quarterback, Isaiah Spiller is also going to get the most opportunities. Jalen Watermeyer is out there. I know Aeneas is still back there too. But I think this is going to be the Isaiah Spiller show, and that's on one of the better teams in all of college football, I think, to start the season. Also, I thought this was interesting. He boasts a career 5.5 yard per average, or rush average, and he's going to carry the ball 200 times. Just outstanding tailback. Number 8, I got Bijan Robinson. He's at plus 8,000. I don't know if I said this, but Spiller's at plus 3,300, for those of you who want to know. All this stuff is over at foxbet.com. Robinson carried the ball 14 times in 3 games to start the season, right? Just 14 times. And then he went for 113 on 12 carries, right? Against West Virginia. But the last, 2 games of the season, 355 yards rushing, 19 carries against Kansas State, Colorado, respectively, giving him a 703 this season. That's 86 rushes. That's 8.2 yards per carry. If Steve Sarkisian can get the same production out of Bijan Robinson that he got out of Najee Harris, yeah, he's going to be in the Heisman conversation. Got to beat Oklahoma. Got to win the Big 12 championship, though. He's at plus 4,000. Number 7, I got Bryce Hall, the first unanimous All-American in Iowa State history. Had 1,572 yards rushing. That led the nation. He's going to be the workhorse back on what I think is a solid football team. We'll figure out what their ceiling is. Their ceiling last year was runner-up in the Big 12 championship with basically the same parts. We'll see if experience helps them get past Oklahoma, but I doubt it because Oklahoma's basically going to have the same parts as well. Let's see. At number 6, I got JT Daniels, plus 1,000. He didn't start most of the season, but when he did, he looked really good. 38 pass attempts against South Carolina for 401 yards, or Mississippi State for 401 yards. Solidified himself as the starter with a 299-yard passing performance against number 25 Missouri, and then 392 yards passing against a very good Cincinnati defense to win the Peach Bowl. He's getting George Pickens back, Dominique Blaylock, Kearis Jackson, Jermaine Burton, and he's got that bevy of tailbacks, that defense. He's going to be there at the end if he's playing the kind of football that he played last year, yeah, he's going to get an invite to the ceremony. Number 5, Keaton Slovis. Plus 2,000, 1,700 yards, 17 touchdowns, 7 interceptions in just 6 games. It's right on course with what he was going to do, I think, last year. Got him off to their first 5-0 start at USC since 2006. Lost the Pac-12 title game to non-division winner Oregon. But he gets Drake London back along with Brew McCoy. We get to find out whether or not the Trojans are any good right away, as they are going to face a San Jose State team that returns starting quarterback Nick Starkel, taking advantage of the eligibility year. And they only had the one loss after winning the Mountain West Championship against Ball State in the Arizona Bowl. Trojans also play Notre Dame on October 23rd in a game that might have not just Heisman, but CFP implications. Number 4, Bryce Young, coming out of Alabama, plus 1,100. It's been just outstanding, the quarterback play at Alabama. I mean, you had Tua Tagovailoa, Jalen Hurts, and Mac Jones on the same quarterback depth chart at one point. Ridiculous. Now you got Bryce Young. So Mac set the passer efficiency rating record last year with 203.9, I believe. But here's the thing. He's not the most talented dude. Bryce Young is. Make sure I read this correctly because this is remarkable to me. He is at Alabama because he is perhaps the most talented player the Tide have ever signed at the position. His rating, according to 247 Sports, 0.9994. Okay? That's higher than Julio Jones. What? That's how talented this dude is. All right? Passed for over 13,000 yards, 152 touchdowns through the air at Modern Day, which produced Matt Leinart, which produced, JT Daniels. Yeah, Bryce Young is the truth. I know that he's losing Waddle and Smith and Harris, but it's been just reload at Alabama, and I expect him to be there at the end. Number 3, I got Sam Howell. Now, Sam Howell is also on my sleeper list, but that was because, I was asked to do the sleeper list on social, and I did not want to miss Sam Howell, especially when Klatt didn't have him in his top 5 Heisman candidates. I was asked to do 10. Sam Howell was there. He's also a bit of a sleeper because he loses so much offensively, and North Carolina doesn't reload like Alabama yet. But he also is just so good, and I think he's a lot like Baker Mayfield in his accuracy and his ability to lead. Really, him flipping from Florida State to UNC has flipped everything else in the ACC. His percentage has improved from 61.4 to 68.1. His yards per attempt went up from 8.6 to 10.3. And he threw for 550 in a 59-53 victory over Wake Forest with 6 touchdowns, completing 71% of his passes. I know it didn't go so well against A&M in the Orange Bowl, but with a 4,000-yard passing season, 40 touchdowns, I could see Sam Howell there. At number 3, Sam Howell's also added plus 1,000, my bad. So DJ Uiagalelei at 2 plus 800 showed what he's capable of. Came in relief of Trevor Lawrence, not even relief, started the game against Boston College, brought them back from 18 points back to win that game. Went for 439 with 2 touchdowns, 0 picks against Notre Dame, which was a playoff team. He gets Justin Ross back. Yeah, look for Uiagalelei to be there near the end. We get to find out whether or not Clemson and Georgia, for that matter, are any good right away. They face each other in what is surely to be a top 10 matchup in Charlotte on September 4th. So circle that one on the calendar if you haven't already. And then at number 1, Spencer Rattler. He is the favorite to win it according to Fox Bets, plus 500. Dude is the first quarterback at Oklahoma to be named to the Football Writers of America Association's Freshman All-America team, which is a mouthful since Sam Bradford did it in 2007. The year after Sam Bradford won it, he won the Heisman. The year after he was put on that team, he won the Heisman Trophy and led Oklahoma to the national championship game. That's on the table for Rattler right now. He also gets his top pass catcher back in Marvin Mims, first receiver in OU history to be selected to the Football Writers Association Frosh American team. Tremendous talent. He set the national single season receiving record in high school, 2,600 yards. He owns the Texas high school career receiving record with over 5,000. Yeah, that duo is going to be a lot of fun to watch. All right. Those are my favorites to win the Heisman Trophy in 2021 in January. Let me know what you think about those in the comments below. Deuces.